YouTube? It's Thunda back at it again. Guys, I'm a little bit nervous right now. I don't know if you can notice through my sunroof here, or moonroof, whatever you want to call it. It's a little dark right now, and it's making me a little uneasy. I don't like being poured on. You know I don't like thunder and lightning, man, so I'm hoping that's not the case. But I'm trying to get out here right after work, and we're going to fish about an hour if we can do that or more. But I'm trying this one bait out I've been waiting for quite a while. It's been blowing up all over the internet, and I just wanted to see what all the hubbub was about this bait. But it has the best of both worlds for me, which I love, is frogging and buzzing. Of course, buzz bait is what I'm talking about. And these two are combined together, and I'm hoping that this thing will produce, because if it does, it's going to be a new thing, and I'm going to add to my tackle box. We're talking about the Lunkerhunt Prop Series Frog. I didn't want to use the turtle because it looked kind of hokey, looked like a toy that you're throwing out there. And then the fish, yeah, again, that's just another novelty. I want to go with what's out there that's floating around there that the bass would definitely hit. And again, that's frogs, and it looks almost as natural as the frogs that we have here in Delaware. Again, the main thing is the frog action, which again, you got the soft body going on, and it should go across all the duckweed and as well the algae. But when you're in open water, you got the props here to give you the buzz bait feature. And again, hopefully the frog design, which is a frog, will entice them just as much to hit that bait with that prop action going along with it. The one thing I like about this, which I'm always a proponent for, is if I flip it, you'll see the stinger hook that's right there. The main hooks are right here, the stingers in that back, and it gives you a greater chance of going and hooking that fish on, especially when it goes over cover and the fish are trying to kind of gauge where it might be. But if they're slightly off, sometimes you get short striked and everything, and that stinger hook gives you a better chance when they grab onto that. You can get that little strike right here with the hook, as opposed to the one that's all the way up here. Another thing, in the open water when this frog sits, normally your regular frogs kind of sit in that kind of an angle, but this one, with the videos that you're seeing, it kind of hangs like this. When fish are coming at it, they're coming up at an angle, so this might be an advantage when it sits in that angle and these fish go to swoop that right into their mouth. Again, I would still wait the half second or so, strike that bad boy, and hopefully you get a big one or a few foot bass on board your boat or on land. But again, I'm going to tie this thing on. We're going to see what kind of luck we have and see how I like it. But I got good feelings about this right here. Like I said, I don't know whether we're going to get anything right now with this weather event coming through, but we're going to try our darndest on this. So give me a couple seconds and let's try to make this happen. All right, guys, I'm out here on this pond, as I told you, and first thing I noticed as soon as I walked up here, a frog just popped out right underneath it here. So this might work, I don't know, but we're gonna try it anyway. One thing what happened to me was I had a reel a couple days ago that had braid on it, which I would recommend having your frog attached to. The handle broke off it, and I don't have the replacement handle for it, so I gotta get a new one. So I'm out my rod that I normally use with braid. But I got 12-pound test on here. This should be fine. Like I said, we're not going through any kind of cover or anything like that. And again, let's go ahead and toss it out, and we're going to see if we can get a couple fish off of this thing right here. All right, guys, first retrieve. Let's see if we get lucky on the first one. And again, you can just see that prop going right there. Water's kind of murky, guys, so I don't know if they're going to get a good visual off of this. Hopefully the noise will attract them enough. But I like the way it flows through the water. Tell you one thing, that first sign of thunder and lightning, man, you're gonna see me jump like nobody's business right into my vehicle. Nope. Let's jump over to this little pond real quick here. See if it's hugging right here close. They might be just sitting right underneath that scuzz right there. Oh, there you go, guys. There's a hit right there. Fish on, guys. Fish on. That fish blew up on it as soon as it hit the water. Nice. About a pounder, probably. I don't know if you saw that explosion as soon as it hit the water. All right. I'd say probably about 2 pounds, guys. Decent size, guys. I just noticed the whole bait came right up off the frog. See it? The hook's still in his mouth, but the bait's right here. So I don't know if I'm liking that or not, but boom. You can tell the fish got done pretty much spawning, man. The tail's still red. I don't know, it looks like something bit him. There's blood on him. See that? Let's get these hooks out of the fish, guys. All right, guys. Pretty fish. Real aggressive too. But let's go ahead and get that fish out there and try to see. Whoa! Got the fish still. And see if there's another one out there, guys. And she's gone. All right, so let's try to figure this out, guys. It's probably gonna be just like the regular frogs where the hook just yep, yeah, perfect. You just gotta pull it through, guys. And then push the eyelet right through the tip of the frog without getting yourself, ouch, stabbed. All right, guys, like I said, you notice that the hook pulled out of the frog, but I can't get it back into the nose right now. My hands are slippery. I don't have a pair of pliers on me, and I don't feel like going back to the car. But hopefully I can get that back up in here. I'm going to try to throw it like it is. Hopefully it still flows through the water with no problems at all. But I'm surprised, man. I didn't realize that there was a decent-sized bass in this pond right here, because that's one I rarely fish in. And again, you saw that. As soon as it dropped and hit the water, it exploded. So let's get that back out there and see if there's another one out there. Maybe there might be one bigger. But let's see how this thing casts first. It seems to be going through the water okay. But that's fish number one, guys. It's the only fish. We put a lot of effort into getting one. We tried that other pond over there and it just wasn't happening. All right, guys, I finally got the hook fixed, or the loop where I can go ahead and tie my knot at through the nose of the frog. However, while I was doing that, the trailer hook that had like a spring-loaded type deal thing, as I was moving it around, it shot up in the air, sprung right off, and nowhere to be found. So now I have a frog with no stinger hook. So we're going to see if it can still operate correctly, and we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, it sucks, but that's a drawback right there, obviously. How lucky can I get, guys? It was sitting under a leaf. So I'm going to try to put that back on there without it shooting up back into my face again. All right, guys, we're all situated. We got the stinger back on, and this is a pain in the butt, guys. Of course, why wouldn't it get stuck, right? All that effort in the first cast, you get stuck in some type of debris, whatever the heck it is. Oh, there's a fish sitting right there too. Whatever. Throw it back out there, man. You can't complain about it too much. Hoping that's not the only lone fish in here, though. I keep looking over to my side, and twice I've seen this cloud come up right here. So I don't know if it's a turtle sitting behind me or if it's a fish sitting behind me. For all I know, it could be a bluegill. It's not really a big old cloud, but yeah, it's a turtle. There's a turtle right there. See him, guys? He popped up from over here, right there. All right, guys, let's try to get in that corner over here. Maybe one's guarding up a bed over here. Well, there goes my theory about the fish going through the pipe. Oh, there's a hit right there, guys. There we go, another one. Oh, he came off. He blew up right on the edge right here, guys. Darn it. All right, there goes my theory about the fish going through from pond to pond, guys. If you notice, the flap for the pipes is closed. So, I don't know how long it's been like that, but let's go ahead and throw another cast, man. Shame that I had that fish on there. Must just not have struck him enough, for he just wasn't really on that hook. That stinger hook, that is, because it hit the backside of it. But I'm going to try to come across the trail mark that I just came from. Again, I come across here, maybe that fish might hit again. You never know. Alright, I'm going to try to cast over here and see if I can get anything off this back edge here, guys. This is the furthest I've ever been on this pond, so. I like to try to get a hit on either one of those sides of those pipes or in between the pipe if there's something sitting there. I don't know. All right, let me try to get around these rocks so I can get a little closer to these pipes, guys. All right. Let's see if I can get over here in between those pipes. Let me get this gunk off of here first. All right, maybe we might get lucky and that little one tries to come back at us again. There you go, guys. There you go, double hit. Did you guys see that, man? That was a double tap on that Lunkerhunt Prop Series Frog. So I'm gonna try it one more time and see if that fish will come right back at it again. I don't know if he'll still be interested in it, but it'll be worth a shot here. There it is, guys. He's got it. He's got it. I got him this time. All right. Good deal. I guess he was hungry for it after a bunch of times. It kept short striking me, and then I finally got it. But again, guys, here's the main hooks. And guess what I caught it on? Right there on the stinger, guys. That's why it's so important to have that on any of these top water baits. But let me get this off of here. And that's too funny. They're not big, but it was exciting to get that, man. It was a challenge, man. I wanted to challenge myself to see if I can make that thing come back again. As Okie tells us all the time, always cast over where you had a blow up. You never know, that fish might come back at it again. And guess what? After a few shots, it came right back at it. So there we go. She's gone.
All right, guys, I'm gonna make my way across the pond over here. I don't know if you noticed over here, guys, the wind is blowing just the right way, and I'm sure you know it's very odoriferous when you're next to a cow pasture and a bunch of cows coming in to feed. The scent is yeah, pungent. All right, guys, here we are. We're gonna work our way up this other side right here. I just find it hard to believe I couldn't get anything off this pond with this bait. Work ourselves in all these little gaps that I can find. Got a feeling we're gonna get one along this shore, man. It's probably gonna be a small one, but I'm surprised I got as many bass as I did. Like I said, with this weather pattern that's coming through. But I'm not gonna cry about it. Like I said, there's no monsters, but it's productive. All right, bunch of bait fish over here again. Got to be something. Whoa! Thank God I have plants right behind me that I grabbed on, man, because I was almost face planting in this pond. Hopefully it wasn't poisonous. But here we go. Oh, there he goes, a hit right there, guys. Another one. Decent size, decent size. All right, right super close to the shore, guys. There we go. What's this? Oh, yes, there you go, nice. 3-pounder, easy, guys. All right. That, I mean, literally, I don't know if you can see it or not, guys. Look, wait, right over there. You see that one single blade of grass right there in the water? That's where this thing slammed it at. Right where that blade of grass is. All right, let me get this stinger off, guys, and I'll show you this pretty fish to you guys. There you go. Stinger. But short striked it almost, guys, but bam. Thank you, Mr. Bass, for making me have a heart attack with that little blow up right there. But hey, nonetheless, I got one off this pond finally after I had to be fishing for a good hour before I went over to that little pond. But I knew it was a matter of time. But let's get this fish back in the drink and bid it adieu. And there you go, guys. She's gone.
All right, guys. It was a time and a half, but we did get an episode in the can here, guys. The first hour and a half was a struggle. I mean, I casted 3/4 of the way around the pond and I didn't have one swipe whatsoever. So I decided to go across that little pond that was right over here, and I've never ever been on there or never really fished it, and I'm surprised there was actually a fish in there, believe it or not, even though that pipe was closed, because I thought the fish would travel back and forth, but upon closer inspection, those big long pipes like the one that's over here, the lid was closed. So that debunked that theory right there. But once I got over there, you saw that one strike, man. As soon as the bait hit the water, that fish just absolutely exploded on it. And again, the other ones were super, super tight against the edge of the grass right there. I decided to finish up all the way around the pond by the pipes after I started off at the beginning right next to the pipes. And once I felt I had cast enough, I came right back out here because I had faith that there was going to be another fish in this long pond, but I fished the opposite bank. And good thing I did. That 3-pounder you saw, it was very, very nice. Nice XM blow up on it again. So quick review, guys. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do another episode with this bait right here because, again, I did not put this thing through its paces because we did not have algae. We did not have grass. We did not have duckweed. All we had was just the open water, so we're only really able to go ahead and work the prop part. But the only drawbacks I'm seeing right now, like I said, they're minor ones, but I'm going to keep using this bait because I like it. It is the eyelet. So when you saw that one strike I had where it pulled the whole hook right through the frog, it's very hard to get it right back through the nose again. Again, I had 12-pound test. I didn't want to break the line or slice through the frog. Usually I try to pull through using braid. No biggie. I finally got it through. It took me a bit. But the one thing you got to be careful for is when these hooks are pulled out and you got to put it back in and you push on these main hooks, you squeeze them, this little spring area, that hook will shoot right off. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I thought I lost that hook for good, man. I was like, dang it. But it still worked without it. But I just happened to walk another couple steps and on the ground, right underneath a blade of grass, there was that hook, so I got lucky. The only other thing that I'm worried about, or not really worried about, but is an issue, but you just got to keep on top of it. And right where my finger is at, where that joint is at, where these feet are at, where the prop part is at, you guys know when you use buzz baits, right on top of that bait, the triangle part, you see that grass or whatever that kind of spins around and sits right on top of there, and it's a little mound. That's what happens in between here. It doesn't happen so much on the end, but right here. So every once in a while, you got to clean that out so that these props go true through the water. All in all, guys, the bait was awesome. Yeah, obviously you see the fish liked it and everything else, but I'm going to go ahead and try to create that episode when we're going to put this thing through its paces. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe, push that notification bell, and fish on, guys.